let's start out with a basic punch. Okay, basic punch. All seen this? Yes? I've seen some of you spar like this too. And some of you have jammed thumbs because of this. Right? See that? Right? Inside the, you know, a missing thumb, a magic trick. Right? And we've seen this. Right? Yeah, the broken knuckles. It's called broken knuckles. So that's pretty important. It's pretty important that they start with this if they're going to do a punch. And that's just the punch. Right? Imagine the feet, the hands, the hips, the shoulders, everything else that goes on. So if this isn't right to start with, then how's everything else going to get right? So make sure that you start with the fundamentals, especially with the white belts. Because that's really what we're talking about today, is with beginning students. Make sure they have those fundamentals, the very basics that we take for granted, because it's been a while. Okay, you got to make sure of that. And again, corrections. Maybe you can get them to make a real fist, and you can't get them to punch straight. Okay, all right, they got that fist. That's pretty good. All right, we strive in having a really big curriculum and improving constantly. So it's really important that the students do as well, but they have to be able to do it at their own pace. So again, if you get that punch perfect, great. Then move on to the hands. If they don't have that, don't even worry about that. So they got the first one. Yes?
That's the first day. That wall's the first day.
As this comes, the other one comes out already as it starts to turn.
Hand facing this way. Forces ready position.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions. Are their hands right? Are their feet right? Because I see some of you who've gone to the other side and their feet aren't even turning. You haven't even told them that. You've done it, they didn't hear it, they didn't see it, they didn't feel it. I see some of you that are going on and the hands aren't correct, or they're not looking, or they're punching up here. So make sure it's all correct. Okay, so take it back a notch, and let's just switch sides.
Sir.
Switch sides. White, black, hands white.
You know, I know Kirsten said she can't really hear back there. So people in the corners, if you can't hear, you gotta raise your hand. Okay, you gotta like speak up. You know, you're not learning if you're like can hear like a third of what they're saying. Understand? If you can't hear us, you gotta raise your hand.
And when you do, you've got to be vocal and loud enough.
Yes,
so
sir.
If you're not naturally, you got to be. Okay. Let's go to the basic defense. 1, 2, and 4. So this may be a change. Normally we're used to the numbering system. 1, 2, 3. No, we're going to get there in a second. That's it. What we're going to do for basically like the first day, day 1. Usually I don't think I get past 1 first day. If they're great, maybe I get to 2. 1 and 2. But if not, 1, 2, and 4. 3 is tough. I think most everyone in this room still has trouble with 3. Yes? Okay, good. So starting them off in an odd way isn't so easy. So let's just do 1, 2, and then 4. Okay, that sets them up for 5. Once they get those, the next time around. This is just talking first day. But what's so important, which I think some of us are missing, which we got to get, is the feet.
Sir.
Okay, the feet, the feet, the feet. Let's have you guys. Basic attack number 1. Actually, on their side. Okay, stop. What's wrong with that defense? The feet are wrong, exactly. We all got this problem. And so we have to, thank you. Thank you. I knew. So, I'm just kidding. I didn't know it at all. The feet, we have to, as that comes down, I gotta step. I gotta be with that motion. I cannot stop this energy. I have to be with that energy. And the only way to do that, I can't walk like this all day long. I gotta be natural. I've got to walk naturally. Basic attacks, that's why they're always there, because they're so quintessential to everything else we do. Doing them right, getting our foot correct. And yes, the answer is, sometimes our foot isn't right and we still get attacked. Later, at the advanced level, you can do other techniques and things. Okay, that's later. Beginning, it's best to teach in the right way. Okay. Same thing goes with, let's talk about Tiger 1. Okay. Tiger 1 has got to be drilled. Yes? Yes, sir. Drill. Yes? Yes, sir. All right. We got to drill. Okay? We have.
How? How do we drill the form? Who knows how to drill the form?
Do it.
Put your hand up.
You
Who
do the
knows?
first move 10 times, and when they got that, you move to the second move.
Exactly.
On and on.
Okay. Actually, how do we do that? How do we drill?
Have them do it at least 3 times with you. Have them do it 3 times by themselves, at least. And then move on to the next step.
And let's talk about one last bit again, which we mentioned before. Compliments and criticism. She's got to get encouraged, and she's got to get corrected. Okay? Which one's more important? Exactly. It really is. Okay, if she feels like she's doing a great job, she'll try even harder, and the corrections will be even easier. Okay, so encouragement and corrections. Awesome work with the foot, you know. That was the way. Remember we did that before? Reference what you did. Because hopefully you already did some punch work. You know, it's just like we did before. And so it's nothing new. And that's so they're not scared into doing this crazy new thing. They've done it. They've done most of these techniques. Hopefully they've done the step behind back kick too. If not, they probably should at that point.
That's why it's only up to number 6 the first day. This is a really clear guideline of what to do with those white belts. So if you have any kind of doubt, it's written right here.
Mat warm-ups. Everybody knows 1, 2, and 3, yes?
Yes, sir.
Any questions on those? Okay, good. Chin down. Make sure when you're doing those, make sure you're looking at the white belts and they're in the proper position. Their chin's down, they're not hitting their head. Tell them, show them, make sure they're cool. And also you can incorporate this into your warm-ups. We had this already in there, so they get a little view of it. But no further, right? White belts cannot be doing full back rolls. They can't be doing, you know, mat warm-up number 5 and 6. Okay? It doesn't work. Their bodies aren't made for it like that yet. Right, not for a while. They just can't. More people will get hurt because their knee gets twisted up. Their whole body's there, and most people falling on the ground, any part of that is a little freaky for them. And so doing that work has to be built up. And we have to do it in a way that's safe. And so please adhere to this. Okay, I've seen too many people trying to teach white belts front roll. And yes, maybe back in the day when Saban was teaching every class, that was okay because he knew and he could see it. But we don't work like that. Okay, we have to adhere to the rules, and that's what we have to do. So remember, look at this guy, and no more. All right, good. That's rolling us into things we can avoid. Front balls until orange belt. You got that? Yes.
Sir.
Back rolls until green belt.
No back.
No back rolls until green belt. Okay. Front rolls until blue belt. Blue belt. Okay, blue belt, which again may be different from you guys, may be different from us, but that's the way we're going to do it. Yes? Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please do not teach anything you have in your body. Meaning, you know how to teach it, and you know the correct way it should be taught and should be done. Okay, so that's really important. So if you haven't done one of the mat seminars and you don't know the proper method, or you haven't been instructed by someone or Kyosanim on how to teach those rolling techniques, don't do it. Okay, don't get yourself into hot water. Weapons, strictly observe the curriculum. I mean, we use weapons maybe only during basic attacks.